Alrighty. Are we live? I said, are we live? Salah Rahim. That's who I am. I'm Muslim today. I'm from Saudi Arabia. Hayata. Oh, I'm Daniel LaRusso from the Karate Kid. Mr. Miyagi. Or I could be Aunt Jemima, man. Aunt Jemima ugly. Anyway, y'all, happy Halloween. Let's start out with a song, and then I got a little collage for y'all to watch. We'll do the news, and we'll watch a classic movie, if y'all like, at the end. So, let's get to it. And I got some animations and some Halloween music for y'all to fall asleep to. So, let's get to it. right, y'all. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Got a fully packed show for y'all today. I hope y'all ready. We got some news stories to cover. I got a little Halloween collage for y'all to check out. And then we're gonna get to the news, and then we actually gonna watch a Halloween classic movie. So let's get started. First things first. Told you to unmute, man. All right, now bring that back. Take out the media source. Make that full screen.
Shot through the bars, you never heard such heavy laughter.
If I'm giving honor to a man that was literally cut to pieces in a place he should have been safe, how's that being racist? That symbol you put in the chair, I have no idea what that means. What do you mean racist? Where's the racism at? You know, ain't nobody sent me no costume. I took what I had. All right, hold on a second, y'all. Let me get to the first news clip, and then I'll take this off. This is bothering y'all. Let's get to the first news clip. I hope it's long enough for me to is that video? Because I must admit I'm getting kind of hot.
This isn't just any 80th birthday. This
Oh, I
is bringing
can't stop
the
it.
whole family together with the best Wi-Fi experience and Netflix on X1.
you from time to time. Talk to us about your concerns about our country, from nationalism to pipe bombs to the 11 innocent souls we're mourning in Pittsburgh.
Well, I put out a tweet a couple of days ago. It's actually getting discouraging, and I'm personally apprehensive. The level of anger, of rancor, much of it, I might add, generated not just by Mr. Trump, who's feeding this kind of underlying ferocity of political viewpoints, but also the leaders who amplify it or who don't stand up and counter it. We haven't seen anything like this in my lifetime. It's a problem. It's getting worse. The president is bordering on, in my view, on unconstitutional
I said you
behavior.
could take your pick.
The Congress has not stood up to him. The media and the court system seem to be trying to confront him on these issues. But I think mark me down as personally concerned about what's going on.
An entire generation of Americans, myself included, and people around the world remember that moment when musicians came together in 1985 to stop the horrifying famine in Ethiopia.
All right. Don't ghost us out on Halloween. Let me get to the chat real quick. I'm trying to read on that little phone. She said, I thought you said you were a Muslim. I said, take your pick. But don't say I didn't dress up for Halloween. I had a costume on. Now, you could have said I was Muslim because I was dressing like the reporter. The reporter that got killed by the 18 security people from Saudi Arabia. We did a story on him, Mr. Khashoggi. I dressed up like him. I ain't had the glasses. I couldn't find a pair of glasses nowhere in his house. But, or you could have said I dressed up like Aunt Mama. Or with that head wrap, you could have said I dressed up like Daniel, son from the Karate Kid. Naya says, my neighbor had a bash talk. Pretty fun. What is a bash talk? Naya said, it's a monster mask. Why my face wasn't covered? I just hurried up and threw this hat on. The one I had on, the whatchamacallit knocked it behind the radiator. I get it sometime tonight. I don't feel like getting it now. Naya said she needs more witch's brew. Talk of the week said, I was mean tonight. I had all the good sweets for myself, so all the kids who not got the one I never liked. Hey, you was providing it. I mean, if you wanted to keep a little something for yourself, ain't nothing wrong with that. As long as you did share with the kids, you gave them something. You didn't give them no bad candy, did you? Or no old rotten fruit. Or no nuts. I hate people trying to give you like raisins and strawberry. I don't want no fruit. It's Halloween. Break out the candy. Where the Snickers at? Where the Tootsie Roll? Come on, get that Tootsie Roll. Get that Tootsie Roll. I want some good candy. Don't break out the Mary Janes where you're gonna lose your teeth on them. Yeah, they just trying to give you fruit. Well, I used to throw that stuff, but I don't damn fruit. We had one lady who used to give us grapes. My grandmother actually got a grapevine in her backyard. Man, I spent more time chasing people out of the grapevine. They was always trying to steal some grapes. And you always had a chance of getting stung because of the grapes. For some reason, the hornets and the yellow jackets wanted to put that nest in there with the grapes. And you go get a grape and you get 20 or 30 hornets chasing you down the road. And that's the truth. Did anybody even listen to that first story? I don't remember nothing that was in that story. Let's get to the next one. I hope y'all having a good Halloween. I thought that's what that was on. So maybe I should just read it. But that man ain't talking about nothing that I thought he was going to talk about. All right, I need y'all to take a look at this picture here. Y'all see it on y'all screen? Look at these people laid out. Look at all that trash. Laid out. Juchitán, Mexico. Thousands of Central American migrants in a caravan that has already advanced 250 miles into Mexico. Hope they won't have to walk anymore, at least for a while. What? They don't want to walk anymore. Red Cross personnel on Wednesday bandaged the swollen feet of Honduran farmer Omar Lopez in the southern city of Juchitán, where the caravan was paused for the day. He had been pounding the hot asphalt of highways every day for the last 2 weeks after spending nights on concrete sidewalks with just a thin sheet of plastic for cover, and it's taking its toll. We're waiting to see if they're going to help us out with buses to continue the trip. Hold on a second. First of all, they're breaking the law. And they expect somebody to come bring them buses to help them break the law? That's like robbing the bank and saying, I want the police to provide me with a car and a gun so I can go rob the bank. You literally are saying the heck with the Mexican government, the heck with the United States, we going, y'all ain't gonna stop us, but you won't say that to your own government. Now you want us to provide you with buses to help you get closer to our border. Does that make sense to anybody? Talk of the Week said, this is why I said put them in camps and get organizations to come till a solution was found. Talk of the Week says they should take up Mexico's offer of asylum. Yeah, they offered them jobs, medical care, shelter. They said they wanted to work. Mexico said, we'll put you to work. But they don't want that. They got the dream. United States to them is the Holy Land, the Holy Grail. They ain't watch TV. They ain't heard people talk. They dreaming of coming here and getting on the welfare rolls. They dreaming of coming here and working and actually making more than $1 a day. They are dreaming. What they're going to find out is that them same people who they're running from, they're going to wind up around them here. They're going to wind up in the same kind of places because they're going to have illegal things going on in the community. They're going to have gangs. They're going to have mob figures. And they're going to find out it's the same thing over here that's over there. The only difference is you have more to pay to the people when you start a business. You're going to have to pay more protection money, and you'll have more to pay. But you're still going to be in the same spot. Look at Chinatown. Tyrone says, hopefully something can be sorted out soon. If you walk into the point that your feet are blistering out, I think it's time to turn back around. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I understand them because, like I told you, I was talking to you Talk of the Week. And I looked up and I saw that it was 6:23. And I said, oh, the store is going to close at 7:30. I hurry up, washed up, threw some clothes on. I grabbed the cart because I was going to get some, I ain't going to, let me not even lie. I was going to get some diet sodas. I still got 3 long packs of chicken. I still got a big bag of fish. I still got 8 cans of sweet peas and corn, but I had no snacks. You know what I'm saying? You're a diabetic. You gotta watch your sugar, but you gotta eat something to keep the sugar level up. So I was going to just get some snacks and something to drink. I didn't need to go. So I run down there and of course the store closed. And some people say all the stores are closed. What? All the stores that's not major are closed. Now ask yourselves, why would the stores close at 6 o'clock in the evening? Because the kids are in costume. So that means that their faces are covered. They can come in there and steal stuff and their faces are covered up. And the adults could come in there and mask and rob them. That's why they closed everything down. So I had to walk. Instead of going the block and a half, I planned on going and coming right back here. I had to walk the whole mile. And doing the whole walk, there was nothing open but a gas station. 2 gas stations were open and 3 liquor stores and a couple of carryouts. There was no store, no convenience store open. Only places that were open that had the plexiglass where you had to get the stuff for you and you can't walk in there and get nothing. That's the only places that were open. So I had to walk all the way down that whole mile. And like I said, I had a decision to make. You know, I had a half a 2 liter. I had a half a dialed on because it was right there on the floor. I had a half a 2 liter left, and I said, well, I could try and stretch this into tomorrow and go, but I'm already out here, so the might will go ahead. So I went on. I ain't had no music. I could have filmed it. So many things I could have done. I didn't plan on going. But I'm proud of myself that I did go and that my legs let me go. Taking that walk last week actually boosted my legs up, so I was able to get down there and get back. So that was a blessing, and so now I was able to get 4. Now I would have paid $150 for the same brand of 2 liter, of diet 2 liter. I would have paid $150 at that store right here for a 2 liter. So that would have been 4 times $150 is $6. I got 2.5 liters from Family Dollar. 2.5 liters, not 2 liter, but 2.5. I got 4 of them for $4. If I would have spent $150, $150, $150, and $150 is $6. So I saved $2 by going down there. And like I told you, I was going to get some snacks. I was able to get some snacks. And I probably spent about $5 on snacks. I got some paper towels. And I got some dish detergent. And I got some ice cream. It was on sale for $4. So I got a half gallon of Snickers. No, not Snickers. Hershey cookies and cream, but it had the Oreo in it, and it had the chocolate chip cookie in it. It was a new brand, so I was able to jump on that. That was only $4, so that was pretty good. A half gallon of ice cream costs $6.50 at the store. That's a block and a half away, so that's why I said. I mean, I spent 18 something, and I would have spent that 18 something at that store and came home with like 6 items. So I'm proud of myself for walking down there, but of course I had to doze off, and that's why I'm on late. But I'm on. I wasn't expecting that walk. Believe it or not, no, I did not. I did not see a lot of people. Now I saw the kids out there trick or treating. And those were the adults. A lot of them wasn't even in costume. A lot of them was not even in costume. So, I'm glad that it's 2 doors. It's 2 doors to get to me. And so, unless the people downstairs open the door, and I ain't see anybody home when I was out, if they open the door up, and let somebody in, then I'm gonna hear him walk up the steps. I'm gonna turn the lights up. Now I'm only kidding. I had got some of them little Reese's cups. You know, the kind that's like 6. It's like 6 something in the pack for $1. I had got a pack of those. I give them out until they gone, and then you on your own. But no, I didn't see nobody dressed up. Tyrone says anyone can wear a mask or a hood at any time of the day. Yeah, but the problem is that because they're under that mask or hood, they feel that the cameras, even if cameras is on, the camera ain't gonna help identify them because they'll have a mask on. So that's why you got, a lot of the Koreans, they got scared and closed their stores early. They closed them before dark. Like they couldn't come in there during the day and do it. But they did it about that. As soon as it got dark, they closed the store. I walked down there, people were standing out there. I'm like, y'all standing out there? Yeah, they closed. I was like, well, who else is open? They said, ain't nobody open in there. I'm like, wait a minute now. They said, yeah, because they're afraid somebody coming in and trying to rob them. I'm like, well, man. So like I said, I was sitting there, I was, block and a half from the house. I could have turned around and came back home. I said, man, I came out here. Ain't no need. So I just went on and I walked it. Like I said, I'm proud of myself. Naya said, laugh out loud. Talk so mean, I did the same thing. Y'all terrible. Let me stop because I ain't getting no candy out. Talk of the Week says, Reese's Peanut Butter Krispy Kremes are my guilty pleasure. Those are my treats for a long, hard day. Laugh out loud. Naya says, I ate the good candy up first. Talk of the Week says, candy is good to have with a good film. Yeah, I like Reese's. I can't eat a lot of them though. I can eat 2 and then walk away. Maybe come back like 6 hours later and eat 2 more. See, I try to get stuff that I can't wolf down. That's why I'm keeping myself on this simple diet. Whatever I have, I'm gonna make 4. And then you don't eat nothing until the evening. And I'll either do it before I do the show or I'll do it after the show. And I'll eat 4 more. So if I make 4 pieces of chicken, I won't eat them all at the same time, but I'll break up the peas or the corn or the salad for my side. And I might eat 2 pieces. Then 3 hours later, I might come back, eat the other 2 pieces. Then 5 hours later, I'll come back and cook again and do the same thing. I think that's why I'm losing weight, because I'm not picking out. I'm eating what I want to eat, but I'm not wolfing it. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like I got off yesterday. I took the costume off because y'all was complaining about it. You want me to put it back on? I just was trying to show y'all I was in the spirit. I was in the Halloween spirit. But I can put it back on if you want. You said it was racist. How is it racist? What if I dressed up like a gangster? Would that have been racist? All right, well, hold on a sec, y'all. Let me finish reading this, and then I'll put it back on. We're waiting to see if they're going to help us out with buses to continue the trip, said Lopez 27. Organizers say the buses, if they do materialize, will take the estimated 4,000 immigrants to Mexico City for meetings with legislators. Not to the still distant U.S. border, though some will probably continue to the border after reaching the capital. That might not play well with U.S. officials. White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders on Wednesday specifically praised Mexico for stopping the immigrants from getting rides. Mexico has stepped up in an unprecedented way, Sanders told Fox News. They have helped stop a lot of the transportation means of these individuals in these caravans, forcing them walking. They have helped us in new ways to slow this down, to break this up, and keep it from moving as aggressively toward the United States. Well, y'all, at least it's down to 4,000. It was high as 7. Guess some of them turned back around. The Mexican government has, in fact, taken a fairly contradictory stance on helping or hindering the first caravan, reflecting the country's balancing act. Officials don't want to irk Trump, but Mexicans themselves have long suffered mistreatments as migrants. For the first week of the caravan, Mexican federal police sometimes enforce obscure safety rules, forcing migrants off paid minibuses, citing insurance regulations. They also stopped some overloaded pickup trucks carrying immigrants and forced them to get off. But in recent days, officials from Mexico's Immigrant Protection Agency have organized rides for straggling women and children on the caravan as a humanitarian effort. and police have routinely stood by as migrants piled aboard freight trucks. But the first caravan, which planned to take a day of rest Wednesday in Washington, about 900 miles from the nearest U.S. border crossing. Whoa, that's good. They still 900 miles away. A second smaller group of 1,000 or so immigrants who forced their way into Mexico on Monday was trailing some 250 miles back. They spent Tuesday night in the city of Tapachula. Behind them, a third group of immigrants from El Salvador have already made it to Guatemala, and on Wednesday, a fourth group of about 700 Salvadorians set out from the capital, San Salvador, which plans to walk to the U.S. border 1,500 miles away. So these people won't fight their government, but they're willing to walk 1,500 miles. Look at all them people. Why don't they all pick up a bat, pick up a bottle, pick up a broom, and go beat the heck out of that daggone army until they get what they want? Look at all them people in that picture, y'all. Just look at them. We can barely take care of ourselves. Sheesh. Jose Santos brought his baby son with him on a quixotic quest. I didn't want to go, but I'm unemployed and I have to get money to buy food for my son, Santos said. There's no work here and the violence never stops. The first caravan started out in Honduras more than 2 weeks ago. Whew. Since then, the caravan migrants have spent their nights camping out in the main squares of small cities in the southern states of Chiapas and now Oaxaca. But a deadly earthquake last year destroyed Washington Central Market, prompting it to provisionally move to the Central Plaza, meaning there was no room for them there. Shouldn't be no room for them there. Instead, they spent the night on the municipal-owned lot on the outskirts of town where a high ceiling sheltered a cement floor outside the structure, many more bedded down on blankets or cardboard sheets in the grass, with some lashing tarps to the foliage for rudimentary shelter. The two groups combined represent just a few days' worth of the average flow of immigrants to the United States in recent years. Similar caravans have occurred regularly over the years, passing largely unnoticed, but the new ones have become a hot-button electoral issue for the U.S. President Donald Trump. Within a week, U.S. midterm elections, the Pentagon has announced it will deploy 52,000 troops to the southwest border, and Trump has continued to tweet and speak about the migrants. On Wednesday, he tweeted, "We will not let these caravans, which are also made up of very bad thugs and gang members, into the U.S. Our border is sacred. They must come in legally. Turn around." According to what they say, we are not going to be very welcome at the border, Honduran migrant Levin Gillen said when asked about Trump, but said, "We're going to try it anyway." Gillen, a 23-year-old farmer from Corinto, Honduras, said he had been getting threats back home from the same people who killed his father 18 years ago. We just want to get to our final goal, which is the border. So, you've been getting threats about the same people that killed your father. So why don't you get your family together and go after the people that made the threats? But no, you want to run and try to burden yourself on other people. Really. Worn down from long miles of walking and frustrated by the slow progress, many migrants have been dropping out and returning home or applying for protective status in Mexico. The initial group is already significantly diminished from its estimated peak at over 7,000 strong. A caravan in the spring ultimately fizzled to just about 200 people when it reached U.S. border at San Diego. Deputy Foreign Ministers from El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras and Mexico met Tuesday and agreed to coordinate special attention for the caravans, guaranteeing human rights, humanitarian assistance, and a safe, orderly, and regular migration in accordance with each country's laws. Mexico's Interior Department said 2 Hondurans who requested entry were identified as having arrest warrants back home, one drug-related and the other one for a suspected homicide. they were deported. The department said in the statement that the men were part of the migrant caravan, but did not say which group or specify when they were detained at checkpoints in the southern state of Chiapas. So we see some of these people are criminals. Some of these people are criminals. And really ain't even one in Honduras. All right, it says, we had a jack-o'-lantern shaped pizza. That looks interesting. She says, I was joking, BDS. I was going to go put it back on. Talk of the Week says, I haven't seen any YouTuber do anything Halloween themed today. He continues, I saw Vic stream trick-or-treating, that's all. Naya said, did you read about the notorious gangster who was killed in prison yesterday? Might be from your town or nearby. Naya says, talk I didn't either. BDS had a good idea. Talk of the Week says, the United Nations had to step in and do something. He said, so an earthquake forced them to leave. No, they had an earthquake and the people were still recovering, so they thought they was going to go there because they had a nice little, there was a nice little town. They had a nice little square. They can go there and get some food and chill out and hang out. And they got there and it was nothing. Yeah. They were locked up, boarded up. So they had to find a lot. And they went and camped out in the lot. Huggy says, sadly, a few always spoil it for the many. Naya says, where's Papa D? Good question. Where is Papa D? Where you at, Papa? That's a good question. Where is Papa D? All right, y'all. Let's get to the next story here. Oh, and by the way, Tyrone, I used to drive for Krispy Kreme. Man, I put on some weight working there. Let me tell you. I put on some weight working there. Alrighty, Rutgers football player. Rutgers football player Isaiah Bullock charged with conspiracy to commit murder. Authority says Bullock allegedly initiated the murder scheme on Monday. Now, didn't one football player just get out of jail for trying to arrange somebody's death? A Rutgers University football player has been arrested for plotting to kill family members of an acquaintance, according to a New Jersey prosecutor. Isaiah Bullock, 22, was charged Tuesday on 2 counts of attempted murder in the first degree and 2 counts of conspiracy to commit the murder in the first degree. Middlesex County Prosecutor Andrew C. Curry and Chief Kenneth Cott of the Rutgers University Police Department said in a statement. Bullock allegedly initiated the murder scheme on Monday. The intended victims of the attempted murder are not connected with Rutgers, according to the Middlesex County Prosecution Office. Bullock from Piscataway is no longer listed on the school's online football roster. A Rutgers representative told NBC News that the junior linebacker has been dismissed from the team and the university is beginning disciplinary plans. Bullock is being held at the Middlesex County Adult Correction Center pending an initial court appearance in New Brunswick. Bullock's arrest comes after 8 Rutgers football players were charged over the summer in a credit card fraud scheme. Rutgers is 1-7 overall and 0-5 in the Big Ten. Oh, that team suck. No wonder all the players doing criminal activity. They ain't worrying about playing no game. Let me ask y'all opinion on this. How come college athletes don't get paid? I'm asking, why don't college athletes get paid? No talk of the week ain't Papa D. To be honest with you, I think they like, what, 35? They're like 35 years apart. And he hasn't said anything over top. So you know it ain't him. Why don't college players get paid? The colleges make good money off the TV rights. Oh, I did call him Papa D. Sorry about that. Talk of the week, Papa D. I don't know how I got that mixed up. Why is it illegal? The college making money, and the majority of the people on that team are not on a scholarship. They paid to be there. So they paying to play, and the college making all that money. What they get out of it? I don't think it's fair. You have them in a credit card scheme. They're trying to pay their bills. They should be given a salary. They should be given a salary. They can be injured playing for the college. Life and career be over. They should have something to show for it. Ain't nothing worse than for a professional athlete to seriously get injured and can't play no more. Now he can't make good money. He'd be lucky to get a job at McDonald's or something. Or he'd be lucky if somebody's a fan and might give him a job at their store. That's because they're a fan of the team. Y'all understand what I'm saying? They should be given money in case something happens to them. So now you got the university saying, yeah, he not on our roster, and we looking at disciplinary action. This man is facing murder. You think he care about that damn college? You think he care about that football team? But they so uppity in the air. Now, and we're going to make sure that there's disciplinary action taken against him. Really? Naya says, I don't know why, since the scouters find a way to pay them somehow. Well, why so many football players are in a credit card scheme? They in a scheme because they ain't have no money. Naya said because they're unpredictable. As many football players that we got in the news, they can't be any worse, but they should have a salary. If the college making millions, they should at least have a stipend. You know, we're gonna take care of your classes. We're gonna take care of your books, and we're gonna give you $1,000. You know, we'll give you $1,000 every 2 weeks or something. $250 every 2 weeks. Put some money in their hand so Friday and Saturday come along and they ain't playing no game. They can go out and have a good time. Naya says the extra good players, I mean, like OJ was. I think they should get a little something. I mean, they risking their lives. One hit, one good hit, and you paralyzed from the neck down. Then what you gonna do? What good is your college degree? Who gonna hire you? You a vegetable. Who gonna hire you? Oh man, I thought I erased that. Sorry about that, y'all. Hold on a sec. I thought I erased that. Two Massachusetts officers indicted on charges that they beat Latino teams. I know it's a video for this. What? Ain't no video? You serious? And it's 3 in a row. 2 Massachusetts police officers were arrested and charged in federal court Wednesday with beating 2 Latino teenagers during an arrest in 2016. One of the teens later filed a lawsuit saying he suffered 2 black eyes while in custody. Greg A. Bigda, 48, allegedly spat and kicked one of the teens during an interrogation and told him, "Welcome to the white man's world," according to the indictment filed by U.S. Attorney's Office. The incident happened in February 2016 after Bigda and another officer, Stephen M. Vigniot, also 48, arrested the 2 teens for stealing an undercover police car parked outside a pizza shop in Springfield, Massachusetts. Whoa! Authorities said Bigda interrogated the teens without parental consent and without reading them Miranda rights. The indictment also states that he threatened to crush one of the teens' skull and effing get away with it. At another point during the interrogation, Bigda allegedly threatened to effing kill a teen in the parking lot and plant drugs on him. He is also accused of threatening to beat up the second teenager, the indictment reads. The interrogation was captured on video and released in 2016, sparking a civil rights investigation by the Department of Justice. Bigda was suspended from the Springfield Police Department for 60 days after the incident and was suspended again without pay on Wednesday after the indictment was announced. Springfield Police Commissioner John Barberi said in a tweet, Vignia resigned in 2016. One of the teens involved filed a federal lawsuit in August against 3 Springfield officers, a state trooper, and the city, saying he was beaten while in handcuffs and on the ground and was repeatedly attacked by a police dog. Most law enforcement officers are dedicated, honest, and fully committed to building trust within their communities, but those who break the law stain the reputation of the law enforcement profession, Harold H. Saw, the FBI agent in charge of the Boston Field Division, said in the indictment. Badges and guns do not come with the authority to allure the Constitution or the rights of others, and those who violate it will be held accountable. The indictment also states that Bigda falsified documents to the Springfield Police Department during an internal investigation, writing that he did not kick or see anyone kick the teen and denied spitting on him. Bigda was charged with 1 count of deprivation of rights under color of law, excessive force, 2 counts of deprivation of rights under count of law, abusive interrogation, and 1 count of obstructing justice by writing a false report. Vigniot was charged with 1 count of deprivation of rights under color of excessive force. If convicted, the officers could face up to 10 years in prison. So you lose a job, and you can face 10 years in prison. Anybody have any comments? Naya says, I agree they should be paid or free education. Well, some of them are on scholarships. Some of them are on scholarships. And a scholarship pay for your books. It might pay for your dorm room. But it don't pay for you to eat. You got to eat. You gonna need some clothes. You gonna want to go out and do something on the weekend. That's why I said they should have a couple dollars. You know, give them $200 a week or something. Just give them some spending money. That's all I'm saying. You know, give them something. I got done. Hope it's a video for this one. If not, I'll read it again. All right, we got a video. Yay! St. Louis daycare accused of running a toddler fight club. Did y'all hear that? A toddler fight club. Something wrong. There ain't no video. Video shows daycare teachers encouraging young children to fight. There ain't no sound. Hey, shorty, get up.
I make $125,000 a year, and I want to make sure that you're all.
Oh yeah, we saw this yesterday. I'll watch it again.
Oh, girl, I got you, girl. I'm white. I'm girl white. I'm girl white. I'm white. I got you, girl. Hi, how are you? I'm hot. I'm beautiful. I'm 51. What are we going to talk about tonight? Being hot, being beautiful, being white, being my new wave.
Why do you feel you need to be in outer space?
Well, I live here and I pay rent. I pay almost $1,100.
And so does she.
Okay.
Don't talk to her, please don't, because I don't know.
So what's going on?
Okay, I don't know, but we can call 911 to find out.
That's cool. Is your boyfriend here? Is your baby daddy here? Nobody cares.
Ma'am, if you
I'm white
wish,
and I'm hot. I'm white and I'm hot. So what are you doing here?
I don't know, but we're going to see you in court Monday morning.
Okay, all right. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, great. Great. I got you too, baby. I got you, baby. I got you. This is Myers Park. This is a Myers Park. Babe, good. Go. What are you doing hanging out here on Friday night?
That's just people that don't want to let the old way go. You know, they just don't want to let the old way go. Now, I showed this yesterday, and I didn't plan to show it. It just popped up. So I let it go ahead and play. We showed this yesterday on the show. Miss Naya, that lady, 30 years ago, she could have done that and got away with it, and it would have been no problem. But now she lost her job, and she facing criminal charges. 30 years ago, wouldn't nobody turn their head. Times have changed, and now being videotaping is catching a lot of people that used to get away. And I gotta say, for 51, she look good. If she really is 51, I gotta say she look good for 51. But really, yeah, she lost her job. She lost her job and she facing court charges. Keep telling you, when you drink, stay home. Don't go out and drink like that. Have a drink or two. Have you a drink, then have you a couple sodas, then have another little drink. Don't go and drink 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drinks and then walk outside. You just asking for trouble. You are literally asking for trouble. That woman was drunk. And I guarantee you, they're going to take it easy on her because they're going to say she was drunk. The problem is that when people are drunk, they say what they mean. When people are drunk, they call alcohol liquid courage. The alcohol makes you forget your common sense, your level of decency, your diplomacy, and it makes you just raw. If you want to know a secret about somebody, get them drunk. They'll tell you everything they know. I noticed that you don't hang around John and the boys. You don't like them. While they sober, they'll say, I ain't got no problem. Let them get drunk. Yeah, John ain't Jack. That's sorry, but he ain't nothing. I don't know why he even on a team. What did he know somebody when they get drunk? I can tell you right now, whoever worked for the president right now, that's in his cabinet, that's actually in his close proximity, get him drunk and get a camera. That daggone crazy ass Trump, I'll put my foot in his butt. I guarantee you. And the next day, I didn't say that. I love Trump. Naya says it's true, sir. For interrogations, they should get the criminal drunk. That might work better. Trying to scare him. Christopher Love, hitman and plot to kill Dallas dentist, is sentenced to death. Investigators said Love was hired by the ex-girlfriend of Dr. Kendrick Hatchick's boyfriend. She is awaiting trial on a capital murder charge. I know it's a video for this. Yeah, but it's way down there. Well, it's way down here. All right, let's watch the video and then I'll read it.
We're more than just $5.
Oh, no.
Stuffed garlic knots, breadsticks, bone-out wings, pasta.
In the search for the killer of a popular Dallas dentist, police have uncovered evidence of a possible love triangle connected to the case. Here's NBC's Janet Shamlian.
This morning, friends and family remembering Kendra Hatcher as they prepare to say goodbye.
Even if she only knew you for a moment, you were drawn to her.
The Dallas dentist was murdered in the parking garage of her upscale apartment complex last week. One name surfacing in court filings is Brenda Delgado, who police say used to date Hatcher's boyfriend. A search warrant indicating Delgado ended a 2-year relationship with Hatcher's boyfriend earlier this year. Police say she pursued Hatcher, using an iPhone to track the location of Hatcher's cell phone before the murder. Delgado, who has not been named a suspect, told police she loaned this Jeep to 23-year-old Crystal Cortez. Cortez is charged with capital murder after authorities say she admitted being the getaway driver in what was supposed to be a robbery of Hatcher in exchange for $500. Her attorney says Cortez is cooperating so they can get everybody else who was involved arrested.
They took someone very special away from us, and I want people to know she was amazing.
As loved ones prepare to say goodbye, Hatcher's family this morning issuing a plea for help. We urge anyone who has any information to please come forward immediately. This is how we can honor her best right now. For today, Janet Shamlian, NBC News, Houston.
That lady was
now to the latest.
Was absolutely beautiful, and they killed her. So let me read the story here. Hold on. Oh, it's a lot too. Oh man. Christopher Love, the hitman who was convicted. His last name is Love, y'all. The hitman who was convicted of capital murder last week in the killing of Dr. Kendra Hatcher, a pediatric dentist, was sentenced to death Wednesday in Dallas. The Dallas County jury took only 3 hours before voting to condemn Love 3-4 to death by lethal injection. Hatcher, 35, was shot and killed in the parking garage of a Dallas apartment building in September 2015. Prosecutors said Love was hired by Brenda Delgado, 36, the ex-girlfriend of Hatcher's boyfriend. Delgado is awaiting trial on charge of capital murder. A third person, Crystal Cortez, 26, who prosecutors said was the getaway driver, pleaded guilty this month to a reduced charge of murder and was sentenced to 35 years in prison in exchange for her cooperation and testimony. 35 years? Well, I guess that's better than death. Christopher Love agreed to commit the murder for drugs and money. said the lead prosecutor, Kevin Brooks, chief of the district attorney's felony trial bureau. This was not a crime of spontaneity. This was a premeditated and well-planned out crime. Delgado, the alleged ringleader, was arrested in Torreon, Mexico. She fled to Mexico, y'all. On April 16 after having been on a run for more than 6 months. She briefly ended up on the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitive list. Investigators said in a search warrant that Delgado ended a 2-year relationship with Hatcher's boyfriend early in 2015. They said she used a black iPhone to track Hatcher's cell phone, manipulated love with officer drugs, and persuaded Cortez to drive the getaway car for $500. Tammy Patano, a friend and dental school classmate of Hatcher, testified during a sentencing phase on Monday that she was still struggling to deal with the crime. I don't do a lot of smiling anymore, she said. I've isolated myself from a lot of my friends. It has affected my marriage, my ability as a mother. It is affecting everything, she said. I'm not the only one. This is the butterfly effect. Kendra murder has affected thousands of people. I could have left that last part off. I gotta ask y'all something. $500? Is $500 worth committing a murder? $500. 35 years of your life worth $500. $500 won't get you no bail. It won't even get you a good lawyer. And you gonna risk your life to go help somebody else kill somebody that didn't do nothing to them. Y'all gonna tell me people ain't sick in the head. Now he says, and instead of a cigarette, get them whiskey shots in the interrogation room. Dr. Louis says she's cooperating so she don't get the death penalty too. Yeah, Texas don't play. I was just about to say that. Dr. Louis said they never played with him. Dr. Louis said so she dumped him 2 years ago but got upset when he got with someone else. That's great logic right there, laugh out loud. Yeah, but that's women. They get emotional like that. She didn't want the man no more, but then when the new girl wanted him, she wanted her out the way. You know? Somebody else wanted him, all of a sudden she wanted him back. Y'all know how y'all women do that. Men don't do it so much, but women do. Y'all be like, I'm tired of you. I'm moving on. $500 to get involved in a murder. She promised the man drugs. The man's getting a death penalty. Who in Texas do they still use the electric chair or do they use lethal injection? Can one of y'all tell me? In Texas, do they use lethal injection or they still use the electric chair? Or they use the gas chamber? If it's about lethal injection, I think the man gonna enjoy it. But that's gonna be his ultimate high, right before he die. That man gonna get the ultimate high before he die. It's not funny. Alrighty, y'all. Our next story. Y'all notice a lot of news lately? Is the world getting worse? We don't never run out of news. I turned down a lot of stories. Suspect in Kentucky grocery store shootings indicted on murder counts. He did not know either of these individuals, Prosecutor Thomas Wine said of Gregory Bush, who allegedly killed 2 people in the shootings. Whoa, he look crazy. Look at him, y'all. Look at that man. If that man was in the grocery store Anybody with common sense would say, how you doing, and keep moving. Like, how's it going, buddy, and keep moving. Why would you want to engage this man? Why would anybody want to engage that man? Look at the guard behind him with the glasses. He looking at him like, I'm watching this dude. This dude look crazy. Now, it is injection. Naya said he looked wild and crazy. Naya said he's married to a black lady. All right, so the people he killed, were they black or white? Well, let's find out. They actually got a video. I don't believe it. Yay.
New
Oh, no.
Vicks VapoCool, the vaporizing nighttime coughing, aching.
Says the congregation at First Baptist of Jeffersontown got in the habit of locking their doors after the 2015 mass shooting at an African-American church in Charleston. That precaution may have saved lives.
Oh my goodness. It just kind of shocked me. It just kind of blew me away that something that happened at Kroger's also could have happened here at First Baptist.
Police say just 15 minutes before Gregory Bush shot and killed 2 African-American shoppers, First Baptist cameras showed him pulling on their door handles, trying to get inside. When he found out they were locked, he apparently left, immediately taking his deadly violence to the local Kroger. The new findings bolster the possibility of a racially motivated crime. The son of an eyewitness at the Kroger says the suspect walked by his father saying, "Whites don't kill whites." But investigators still will not speculate on a motive.
We are aware of that statement and are looking at any factors that may come into play with.
Had the suspect arrived at First Baptist an hour and 15 minutes earlier, he would have found midweek services wrapping up with 70 people inside. But security at the church includes more than just cameras.
We have several members that are armed during our midweek service, which is what we passed yesterday, and we have people that are armed on Sunday as well.
That don't make no sense. You gotta have a gun in church. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Now that's somebody that deserved a death penalty. You say he married to a black lady. Yeah, another church was targeted. That man was trying to get in the church, but they locked the doors. Because of what happened in Charleston, some of the churches in that town started locking that door. They locked the door. They had security cameras up. The man pulled on the door and couldn't get in. So he went to the Kroger's. The man, he wanted to sneak in. He didn't want to bang on the door and wait for somebody to open it and everybody would be looking. He wanted to sneak in there and just start shooting people. That's damn shame. Then he went to the grocery store and started shooting people, and he gonna tell a little boy, whites don't kill whites. No, he wasn't able to get, they had the church doors locked. It was 70 people in there. So he went to the market instead. He went to the market instead. That's all. I said, I can't get him at the church. Well, I know it's something at the market. They gotta get that fried chicken and watermelon. Well, I know there's somebody gonna be in the market. I'm gonna find me some there. Couldn't get him at the church. Why he ain't go to the club? He could have actually done the community some good. And then he go to the market. Chances are he shot some good people. And I tell y'all something, it was only 2 in the market. He had 70 of them in the church, couldn't get in there. He had 70 of them in the church. Daggone shame. Well, this world getting crazy. All right, y'all. We only got 2 more stories to go. Then we watch the movie. 2 more stories to go. Now we got 1 more story to go. Hold on, it's the same one. I got to delete it. Wait a minute. Is that the same story? Hold on a second. Is that the same story? Okay, hold on, y'all. We ain't done with this story. That video is old. This is the update. A white Kentucky man who was accused of killing 2 African Americans in a shooting at a Louisville area grocery store was indicted Wednesday in their deaths. A Jefferson County grand jury returned an indictment against Gregory Bush, 51, for 2 counts of murder, 1 count of criminal attempted murder, and 2 counts of wanton endangerment. NBC affiliate Wave reported. Bush allegedly opened fire on Maurice Starling, 69, from behind and without warning at the Kroger store in Jeffersontown, east of Louisville, on October 4th. Then fatally shot Vicky Lee Jones, 67, in the parking lot. Man, he went and shot some old people. Why don't you get some of these thugs out of here? You gonna do that? In Kentucky, hate crime is not a separate charge, but a sentencing judge can determine a hate crime was committed based on preponderance of evidence, said a spokesman for the Jefferson County Prosecuting Office. Federal prosecutors said they are considering whether to charge the killings as a hate crime. They're considering it. Thomas B. Wine, Commonwealth attorney for the 30th District, told reporters that whether or not the shooters are designed as hate crimes will not change prosecution of the case. He said he believes it was a hate crime. I believe there's no estimation for what happened. He did not know either of these individuals. The first victim in the case, Mr. Starlett, was shot from behind. He had no idea what was getting ready to happen. According to authorities, Bush encountered an armed citizen in the parking lot of the grocery store who challenged him, and gunfire was exchanged between Bush and the armed man, but no one was struck. Wine said the armed citizen was acting in the defense of himself and others. See, that's why it's good to read. Even though, you know, I got an impairment, it's good to read so you get the full story. Anybody have any more comments before we get to the last video? Thought we said, look like he's trying to start a race war, the patterns for me. The Grinch coming back. Yeah, they coming out with a new Grinch movie. Tyrone, there's not going to be a race war. Well, why do y'all keep saying that? As many shows as I've done on that issue, come on now. What race war? Black people don't make guns. They don't make bullets. They don't make bulletproof vests. They don't make tanks. They don't make rifles. They don't make bombs. There's not one black person that owns a black anything. So, if white people said don't sell them anything, the only way we can get it would be to steal it. How is there going to be a race war? That sounds crazy. But with all the opportunities that everybody has nowadays, why would you want to ruin it with a race war? That just sounds crazy. Native Americans are fighting back against North Dakota voter ID law. Native Americans who want to vote in the midterms must have an ID that shows a street address. Some say it's a targeted practice to suppress the vote. It's a story here.
For Native Americans, we're being impacted differently in this election. With our tribal IDs that have to be changed now to have physical addresses, and that's something that all the tribes in North Dakota haven't had to do before.
Have you been going around all day today?
Trying to. It's been imposed on us 3 weeks out from the election. It's been a logistical nightmare. We have to go through extra hurdles to prove where we reside with our tribal IDs that have to be changed now to have physical addresses.
North Dakota recently enacted a new voter ID law mandating street addresses to participate in this year's midterms.
What we're simply doing is going door to door, explaining to people the voter ID issue for those who aren't following or aren't aware.
The law has many activists scrambling to help tribal citizens with P.O. boxes on their IDs switch to street addresses.
A lot of us operate with our P.O. boxes because, frankly, in our communities, our addresses are non-existent. We often live in rural, isolated areas. Our mail gets delivered to our P.O. boxes. A lot of folks, actually, who probably don't even know what their addresses are. We don't have, street signs even. Especially folks in the countryside, there aren't street names. Even in the case of an emergency, our services sometimes come down to calling the person individually, hey, we need to get to your house. How do we get to your house? It's not in our system.
Republican lawmakers who supported the law said it was passed to prevent voter fraud.
We ask all the time, name a documented instance of voter fraud, and we have yet to hear an answer. So hiding behind the issue of voter fraud, frankly, is becoming an excuse just for voter suppression.
The law was first proposed several years ago, but has been tied up in the courts over issues of constitutionality. In October, the Supreme Court allowed a lower court's ruling to stand, which enabled the enactment. Opponents argued, in part, the law disproportionately targeted Native people.
Aren't you guys excited we're going to go get our IDs and vote? I am. I got my IDs.
I feel that there is some irony in, this extra hurdles being added on our people, the first people of this country, and having to prove your citizenship.
The issue has drawn national attention as Democratic Senator Heidi Heitkamp runs for re-election, a candidate who received key support from Native American voters. The Republican challenger, Kevin Cramer, is currently leading by double digits in the polls.
Our tribal identification that gets us mostly anywhere else. You can cross the Canadian border, you can board a flight through TSA, and yet you can't get into your polling precinct doors just down the road from you. With this election so much on the line, I generally feel that Native American communities are being disproportionately impacted, and their votes are being suppressed by this election. They just feel that apathy. They don't feel that they matter in this state or this country. They don't feel that their issues are being spoken to. But I think even on the reverse side, it makes it so much important to come out and vote, to make a statement in spite of everything going on in this country, and in spite of everything with our state, on our communities, to keep us away from the ballots.
An estimated 5,000 tribal citizens in North Dakota don't have qualifying IDs to vote. So far, at least 1,300 of them have gotten new IDs in time for Election Day.
You had it filled up? Yeah. Appreciate it. This election is so important for many, many reasons. On the national level, what we're seeing in headlines, and then on the state level, this election matters deeply. Deeply, deeply, deeply.
All right, that's NBC News. Thanks to NBC News for the news today. Man, we had some stories tonight, the Ponder. I'm kind of finding it hard to feel sorry for the Indians in that story, because we have to have IDs with our addresses on them. So what makes them so special? Why don't they have signs? Why are they not on the map? Why are you trying to stay hidden? That's a bigger question. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? If we gotta have our address on our licenses, why shouldn't they have them on theirs? Why don't they have street signs? Why are their streets not on the map? Somebody gonna have to call you. You call 911 for an ambulance or something. They gotta call you and ask you where you is. They don't see nothing wrong with that. It's almost like they trying to be secret. Like a secret society. If you want to be a secret society, then stay secret. You want to be so secret, what you voting for? Why would you want to come out and let somebody know your opinion when you trying to be secret? That's all I'm saying. All right, y'all. Let's get ready to watch this movie here. It's Halloween. Did I pick the right one this time? Yep. So hit the mute button because you know it's going to be a commercial. All right, y'all. And YouTube can't get us for this. So let's get it. House on the Hill. Starring Vincent Price.
The ghosts are moving tonight, restless, hungry. May I introduce myself? I'm Watson Pritchard. In just a minute, I'll show you the only really haunted house in the world. Since it was built a century ago, 7 people, including my brother, have been murdered in it. Since then, I've owned the house. I've only spent one night there, and when they found me in the morning, I was almost dead.
I'm Frederick Lauren, and I've rented the house on Haunted Hill tonight so that my wife can give a party. A haunted house party. She's so amusing. There'll be food and drink and ghosts, and perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited. If any of you will spend the next 12 hours in this house, I'll give you each $10,000. Or your next of kin in case you don't survive. Ah, but here come our other guests.
Alrighty, y'all. Yeah, that was quick. But it got like 5 parts to it or something? It's like a 1, 2, 3, still people still alive. That thing was short. Oops. You can put chat up. Yeah, the hard part is he got to stay up for 24 hours. I hope he get plenty of rest. I was there when Vic tried to do it. And the sad part was, I was on the phone and somebody in the chat told me to hang up and call back. I could have ran that show. I could have really started that show. I'm still, and Vic never picked the phone back up. I'm still hurting over that. I could have ran that show all morning. I could have got like 4 hours. Me and his audience, 4 hours. And I still say, even though one of the horsemen went down, the other 3, we carried that show. Vic won that bet. Tyra said that his equipment could not stream for 24 hours. That was the bet, that his equipment could not go. Didn't say that Vic could go. He said the equipment could not go. Tyra was talking about the X-Splitter. I don't use the X-Splitter because it costs money. The program we using is very similar, except that it's free. And people donate their time to developing because they want to. X-Splitter, they have people that develop because they get paid to. I'll always take people that do something they love and do it for the embetterment for everybody, rather than somebody just paid to do something. So it's some things that you can do on X-Splitter, and it's some things that you can do here. And it's not a hog. I don't understand Q-Link. Q-Link is ridiculous. Now, they sent me a phone last December, and somebody stole it. And they want me to pay $25 for a phone that they supposedly was giving me for free. I get 1,000 minutes and a megabyte of data, and somehow somebody's using it. And I keep asking them to send me another phone. They won't do it. I asked them to let me out and let me go to another. It's an Obama phone. There are like 5 companies that do this. Let me go to another company. And let me sign up with another company and they'll send me a phone. And I know to be outside when the mailman comes to get it. I can tell them to put in a small box. Y'all know how them phones come in them big boxes. Phone like this wide and the box this tall. I mean, come on. Box this tall. Yeah, why you put the little phone in the big box? I can even tell them, you ain't got to send me the charging cable. You just wrap the phone up in some plastic, stick it in a little, yellow manila envelope and just send it. So it fit in the mailbox. It fit in the mailbox, I get it. There's never nothing that fit in the mailbox I ain't got. But I don't understand why they keep sending me messages. We get return it off. And well, go ahead. I can't use it. And then the phone I gotta have it plugged in or it won't work. So I might have to if I have anything left after I pay the bills this month, I'm gonna have to take a cab. Because I don't know how to get there on the bus, but I gotta find a metro. I gotta find a metro PCS near me where I can go and see if I qualify for another phone or see if I can buy a phone, because the battery on this phone is shot. And it's a built-in battery. I can't do nothing with this. This one's shot. It's been on the charger all day and it's at 4%. The battery is shot. That's the phone. Remember I used to go out and do filming? I used to do filming with that phone. My old S5. If I unplug it, it fall apart. All right, Pielo or Paulo. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Tell your friends to check out the Brother Derrick Show. We got a gaming channel too. I'm always easy to find. We got 24 channels called the Brother Derrick Show. So all you gotta do is type in Brother, T-H-A, not E-R. T-H-A, B-O-R-T-H-A, Brother Derrick show. I pop right up. All the good channels pop right up. We have 10 we've never used. So I don't know where they are in the search engine, but they're there. Just gotta scroll down to the bottom. But the ones we on stay at the top. So I'm not hard to find. Everybody can find the Brother Derrick Show. I will never accept that from anybody. Say they can't find me. And a lot of people use that excuse. Oh, I know you were still on the air. Yeah, okay. All you gotta do is type in Brother Derrick Show. The first 20 listings, I'm like 15 of them. You're going to find a show. You're going to find a channel. Very easy to find. That's why I don't understand why people pick these names, you know, something famous, and then be surprised when nobody can't find them. They really be surprised when somebody can't find them. I'm like, why would you pick something in a movie? Or why would you pick something that's common that everybody knows? I'm the only Brother Derrick on YouTube. There's a couple brother. I'm the only brother. There's a couple brother, but there's no brother. I try to pick a name that nobody has. And I've never been told by YouTube, you can't put this in here. Now we got lucky with BD Squad. Cause there's 3 or 4 BD Squads on YouTube. They're not popular in this country, but it's a lot of them in other countries where BD Squad. I know India, especially. There's also there's a couple fire departments that do that, but we just lucky that I don't know because of how I spelled it. We just got lucky, but when I put in BD Squad, they pop up. BD Family, we got lucky again. Been lucky to just spell it just right. But I like Brother Derrick because it's simple. BDS. Or for the gaming channel, BDG. Matter of fact, when we get off of here, I might do a gaming channel. You know, that fighting game I was playing last night, I made it to the 6th level before I ran out of continues. And I used the big muscled black guy. I'm thinking about, it's only 4 people, it's 2 women and 2 men. I'm thinking about using the white guy tonight. See what kind of skills he got. But I hate to say it though. I mean, I ain't much on shooting, but you get to beat people up. I need to learn how to do the body slams. But you get to beat people up, you get to stab them, you get to shoot them, you get to throw crates on them, you hit them with bottles. You remember in the old days, somebody used to break a bottle and you can do that. That's not a that's a lot of fun. Not better than my Streets of Rage, but close to it. Matter of fact, I gotta find something that's like my Streets of Rage. If anybody want to do some looking, I just got an emulator for Super Nintendo. I haven't downloaded no videos yet, but I just got an emulator from Super Nintendo. We got the emulator for Sega Saturn, but I'm having a problem setting it up. So I kind of stacked off of that. Dreamcast, the files are so big. I have to figure out what I'm going to do with that. Same thing with the GameCube. But it seems as the newer I get, they don't make the beat 'em ups like they used to. Now they got the one-on-one, like Final Fight, and I'm sitting there drawing a blank. You got like Final Fight And you got all these games where you fighting arts, deadly arts. They got all these games where it's just two people fighting, like Mortal Kombat. It's just versions of Mortal Kombat. And I don't like that. The reason I don't like that is because there's nobody here to play against. So I'm only going to be playing the computer, and the computer do the same thing over and over again. So you beat them easily. I want somebody that's going to surprise me. So that's why I'd rather just be in a fighting game where you fight different people in different styles. So I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm not too much on that. I'm trying to get into the shooting games like everybody else playing, because there are a couple that I could play right now. I can play Tekken. I got Tekken 1. I got Tekken 3. I haven't even played them yet because I gotta re-download them. I got them on the computer right here, the one we're not using. I got like 100 games on that computer, and I'm trying to get back in it. I'm back up to 30 on this one. But we got the Powerhouse, and it's handling these games a lot better. I was really impressed that we watched that old movie, and I could see. And I should have added some more. I should have added one more thing, but you could literally see the OBS program fixing. If you look closely at the screen, you could see the OBS fixing the picture. It would look a little cloudy or blurry, and you could see it forcing it clear. So I'm really impressed with that. Y'all probably ain't noticed, but I do. I like a good picture. That thing I showed in the beginning, it wasn't full screen. I don't like that. Just like you watching me now, everything is full screen. If I'm reading something to you, you can read with me. It don't matter what I say, because it's in your face. You can read it. It's just nice for us all to be together. So let's give me a second here, y'all, because I downloaded some Halloween music. I don't know how it's gonna sound, but it says scary music, so we shall see. So let me go into downloads, and let me go into downloads, and here we go. There ain't no option to say play in media player. That's weird. There should be an option for that. But okay. Open it. I guess I gotta hit all of them. Alright, y'all. These supposed to be Halloween themes. And I got some animations to go with them. I hurry up and threw this together, so just bear with me here. That don't sound scary to me. Can we skip? Okay.
I was walking home through the Wampus Woods on the haunted trail. Just released after doing a spell in Crittenden County Jail. When I turned the bend in the trail, I got the worst fright of my life. Most horrid thing I've ever seen. The decomposing corpse of my wife.
I downloaded them from a site off the internet. I typed in copyright-free scary music. .mp3.
Of the children I love so well. Drowned them in the bathtub 20 years ago. Plunged me into hell.
They're supposed to be scary?
She was hopped up on pills and alcohol, trying to steal the voices exactly what to do. And then our kids were dead.
That sounds scary to y'all. Oh, let's try something else.
Master, can't you give me a couple cockroaches? Master, please give me some blood.
Okay. I thought I said so today.
Last night I heard somebody on the stairs. I got out of bed to see who was on the stairs. And when I looked,
this scary
it was
music.
me coming up the stairs.
Okay, really. I might have bombed out with this. This don't sound scary at all. Need we do the animations? No wonder they free.
Don't like hearing noises, especially when you ain't supposed to be in it. Yeah, sort of spooky like.
Yeah, definitely. I should listen to him. Hey, I was in a rush. Told you, I came back from the school. I sat down on the bed. and went right to sleep. Luckily, I didn't get no milk, you know, only the ice cream was the only thing perishable. And shoot. These supposed to be scary things. Woo! Really? Hey, I downloaded them. You might as well listen to them. Woo! I'm coming to get you. Don't head for that door. I got something for you. This music sucks. I'm gonna erase all of this. I ain't gonna say none of it.
Catch me a party that Saturday night. The things that seemed to be quite bright. Everybody there was wearing black. It was about as much fun as a heart attack. I wasn't feeling very happy. Noticed that the punch was starting to fly. Oh no, what the devil's going on here? I just came along to drink some beer. The devil's going on.
Give me a second. Let me see if I can pull something up.
Things was going from bad to worse.
Yeah, you terrible. Hold on, y'all. Let me look real quick.
I just came along to drink some beer. Everything turned mighty queer. What the devil's going on in here? Fellas in black, they started mumbling something. And up come a demon hard made of grave. Now I'm a good old boy, I like to wear hair. These folks do it just a little too well. Oh no. What the devil's going on?
All right, I can't guarantee this, y'all. Because I ain't got no time. It say ghost story. Y'all see any ghost story yet? Oh man, this is whack. It said ghost story. Okay.
What sells furniture?
All right, this came under copyright free. Hopefully we don't get
This is an
flagged.
experience that occurred over several months. In the autumn of 2012, I was home from university one weekend. On the outskirts of my town, there is an old graveyard called the Red River Cemetery. It is very old. The earliest graves are from the 1790s and associated with an abundance of local history. The Great Revival of 1800 occurred there, the first camp meeting in Christian history. A lot of spiritual activity happened at that event. This cemetery is a regular spot for me. It is a pleasant drive into the fresh country, and the entire graveyard is surrounded by ancient trees. In the back of the cemetery is a reconstruction of a log church that was once there. You feel as if you are going back in time when you go there. It is serenely silent and still, and there is a nostalgia with all the graves and arrangement of trees. In the center of the cemetery is a separate walled graveyard. It is an elaborate family plot, and the old wall dates back to the 1830s. There are many graves in there, and one has sunken in and opened. Vandalism or other natural occurrence? Not entirely sure. I walked around the plot for a few moments. I had come here many times before, and nothing strange had ever happened. But this time, I felt an unpleasant feeling. It wasn't very strong, but I felt that I should get out of this plot. I did so.
I'm looking, y'all. Right now. That's a beautiful looking controller, though. It's wireless, too. That's a bad mama jama right there. That thing probably cost like $70. That's nice, though. I'll give it that. I like that controller more than I like any of that we played. Alright, y'all. This is from Phantom of Darkness. Says it's copyright free.
I had an experience at this location similar to the gentleman who shared his story.
And the same
So
dude.
I'd like to share mine as well. One evening, out of the blue, my friend told me about this hunt.
So you probably be telling ghost stories, man. I'm not gonna be scared of your voice. Alright, y'all, this is Phantom of Darkness. Phantom of Darkness. Copyright free, it says in the listener.
In telling this story, let me assure the reader that it
What?
was passed to me by my grandmother, Eileen. Eileen is in failing health.
It's the same dude. With a different name. Yup, Phantom of Darkness. Phantom of Darkness. Phantom of Darkness. Alright, it's a YouTube audio library. So let's see. Oh my goodness. There's an old saying, know when you beat. Can we say this together? Everything that we just found was wickety, rickety, sickety whack. Let's see if anything going on in World Star, y'all. God dog, well, I tried to come up with something different, man. Oh, they all the same person. No, I believe it. Tiffany breaking news. The Halloween cipher. I thought Cardi B and Nicki Minaj was getting together now.
Free Bobby, slender man, I'm 6'80". Girls call me Marshall, I'm slim and I'm shady. This ain't computer games, do not play me. I will deflate your face like Tom Brady. I'm woke, they don't got bars like me. Stop lying, King, they don't leave scars like me. Square up, I feel like John Jones in his prime. I have it rated bows like Tekashi 6ix9ine. You taking more L's than Russell, stop it. San Gennaro feast get smoked like sausage. I only come out the woods to pop shit. I'll toss a boogie right off of a high bridge. Soaking wet, I'm their way $110. Google Bob Dandridge, I'm a $110. All black suit, pop up in your daughter's face. Call me young Odell Stretcher, cause I caught a case. Boom, pop up on your screen, start screaming. All white face, can't see me, John Cena. I don't throw shade, I'm in the shadow, world creeping. Slender man scared of chicken shit right out of vegan. What's beef? Beef is when you die 3 times in 1 week. Beef is when they hating on me, I don't even speak. Beef is when you see me for a second on the street. Then where'd I go? I'm like Houdini on my feet. Poof, probably in the tree. Freddy is a dream, chase the sign up with a beat. Call me Michael Myers cause I'm pulling on your cheek. Stab you during sex, that's a happy Halloween. Stoop kid, afraid to leave the stoop, you'll get cut. I made the same movie 11 times, trick what? You're still gonna pay to see me rearrange gut. Tell Jamie Lee Curtis, get up on my nuts. That's not a white mask, I just don't tan my face. I don't chase hoes, I walk at my own pace. Tell Mark Cuban I got something for his bank. All up in my business, end up in a Shark Tank. Facts, 50 told me get the strap. The only time 50 got the power when he acts. I'm like a Spanish girl, I don't say ask, I say act. So boy touch my axe, I'ma toss it to your back. Damn, that boy might be going crazy. Really with the bullshit like Jordan in the 80s. I'ma turn you ghost like that boy Patrick Swayze. Killers catch a case and start singing like they Sway Lee.
Tag, you're it. Psych, I'm it. I'm popping this confetti, dog. I pull up with a stick. Georgie try to pull up to my sewer and got ripped. I'm snatching little kids like Jared Fogle with the wrist. Son, count to 7. You're gonna see stranger things when it hits 11. I be in a band, no strap with no weapons. It's me and my balloon, I'm choking these kids' senses. Black, it's gonna be a bloody ass circus. Black, Ronald McDonald will catch you hurting. Black, they say you only see me when you're scared. What? How the hell you see me right here? Huh? I got your Harlem shaking in your collar. Young Pennywise, but I'm all about $1. Give me the loot. Timberland clown boots. My hair's on fleek and I'm hung like a noose. Young Tropicana, come here kid, I got the juice. I'm slapping Cardi B till she's Bodak blue. Truth? I don't think so, I want the problems. I want all the smoke, Newport, say your mama. I ain't clowning around, I will do the honors. And put your ass to sleep like a bean did the Connor. Snooze, watch me go and do my little dance. Forget world peace, I'm hard touch with the hands.
Welcome to my paradise. This is grade A rap. Make a bump through the race like 10K track. Chucky's bride wanna kick it like Pele's back. Probably cause I'm making moves like Ray J's hat. I'm from Elm Street. Blood was splapping. Stripes on my shirt, you know I'm the captain. They try to say they burn me alive, that ain't happening. These killers should be working for Liz, they straight captain. Blades on my fingers, I make them respect me. Forget a nightmare, give your girl a wet dream. Snooze, you lose, pop up in your damn sleep. You bums make it easy, keep popping them Xannies. Listen, I've been thinking, and I ain't even racist. We got the whitest names, Freddie, Michael, and Jason. Tell me once you know black killers on the block. Only black killer I ever seen was a cop. Forget an arc. That's the real fright. Only time I have for 12 is 6 at midnight. I'm Freddy Krueger. I pull up with many shooters. I'm lifting a heavy Ruger. I'm hitting these petty losers. Right. Freddy really with the gang shit. Have your body underwater. Words of plankton.
Only work out for you like this. Draft game, razor Ramon, I shake shit. Are you dumb?
What do y'all think? Yeah or nay? Give me your honest opinion. What do y'all think? Yeah or nay? Because believe it or not, they made 3 of them. That was the third one. Believe it or not, they made 3 of them. Talking to Me says, Mr. Nightmare is awesome at telling stories, but he's a big YouTuber and you'll get told off. Talking to Week said this is different. See, you see, I'll get told off. Shoot. It might give us a boost. Maybe some of his followers will start coming over here. They'll come over here to cuss me out. But I gotta say though, without no beefing, I mean, it's quiet. Oh, they did it to that little boy. Oh, that's not right.
Mom and Daddy wanted him to get it, but he clean though. He clean.
He got a George Jefferson.
He clean.
Moving on up.
He clean.
To the east side.
Mom and Daddy wanted him to get it, but he clean.
Would y'all do that to y'all kids? I'm serious. Would y'all do that to your kids? He had the straight, he had the George Jefferson. Talking to me second right at him. No, would y'all see y'all child at school looking like that? He look like a daggone 60-year-old man. Oh man. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Your name, bro. I've been who you was. If I had a problem pulling up, nothing, my nigga. I didn't throw no shots. You don't talking to you man to man right here. Oh, you throwing shots at your friend, but you ain't ain't nobody threw no shots at you, my nigga. What you mean, my nigga? You ain't saying nothing either. Ain't no fuck Supreme shit right now, my nigga. I got some Supreme on right here, my nigga. Oh.
Okay, I don't know what to say. If you're getting beat up, why would you go attack the cameraman? So now you got 2 people to beat you up. I don't understand that. All right, these Asian people, I can't get in trouble for this. Come on with the karate kicks. Come on, Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee, get up. Get up, Jackie Chan. Get up, Ling Wu. Typhoon. What did you? Get up. Tell him to get up. Okay. Not what I expected to see. I expected to see something. I was expecting to see something. I wasn't about to expecting to see that. Anytime they say pick your fight carefully, it's always something good.
What's up, bro? So get the fuck around. Nigga told
I tell him he ain't around, nigga.
We tried to.
No, we ain't trying nothing, nigga. That's fucked up.
We tried.
Oh, we seen this already. Oh, what the hell? It's already playing. Over the body slam. You got it.
Yeah, nigga, get down.
Hey, cool.
Now you gotta go to the hospital, man. Why nigga wanna take my home to the hospital? Got me fucked up.
Hey, shit.
Okay. Okay. Did I see the mother who shaved her daughter's head? Can you get us the link? Can you get us the link, Tyrone? All right, now you roll now, baby. You have a good one. Thanks for rocking with us. We'll be on tomorrow. That Halloween music bomb, like I don't know what. I'm gonna have to let that down. Shoot. Hey Tyrone, are you sleepy? Talk of the week, are you sleepy? Oh, that's what I did wrong. Doggone it. Hey Tyrone, I'm gonna do some gaming on the BDG channel. You gonna come over and watch and hang out for a little bit? He found the link. Races in them. So some women can have hair down to their butt, and some women can't grow an afro. But yeah, she bullying a girl that had cancer. But she acting like her hair ain't gonna grow back. Shoot. You know that old saying, shoot, you get out with the old and with the new. She can get some new hair to come back in there and it might look shinier. So all right, Tyrone, I'm gonna switch to BDG. You don't come hang out with me or you going to bed? We down to 5 people. I'm gonna go play the video game. Tyrone says mother taught her a lesson. I'm in the mood for some driving. I'm terrible at driving on these video games. Tyrone says Moa told her lesson. I'm terrible at driving. But I love to go take the scenic route. I like the games that have nice scenery. Nice backgrounds. But they make them that it's hard to control a car. If you turn one way, the whole car jerks that way. You turn the other way, it jerks the other way. And it's like, man, you try and do it soft, and it don't do it anyway. So, all right, give me 10 minutes. I got to change the stream key. And the hard part going to be putting the chat back up. So, give me 10 minutes, y'all. And meet me on BDG. It's the green channel. BDG, Bubba Derrick Gaming. It ain't hard to find. BDG. So, all right, y'all. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Happy Halloween, everybody. See you over on the BDG channel.